In the book series Wings of Fire, there are a diverse range of dragons coming in all shapes and colors. But the greatest question is that of the dragon's phylogenetic tree. Nobody understands or knows how the phylogenetic tree of these beautiful dragons are arranged. So come along with me as we figure out the ancestor and phylogenetic tree of Wings of Fire. Now, the biggest misconception I believe amongst the researchers of Pyria and Pentala is the belief that the Skywings are the ancestors of all dragons in Wings of Fire. Now, this could be more farther than the truth. You see, Skywings have aerodynamic bodies and large wings. Now, these derived structures prove that the dragon is specialized for flight or long-distance flight, which you do not see in ancestors. So you see, ancestors have much more basal and generalist structures on the body plan, such as dactylic and archaeopteryx. You can see that they do not have very specialized structures. So that begs the question, who is their ancestor? Well, based on calculations I've made based on the dragon's overall designs, I've figured out the most possible ancestor is a hexapodal arboreal dimetrodon. Now, why do I say it's a hexapodal arboreal dimetrodon? Well, you see, most dragons have spines running down from their back to their neck area, which dimetrodon has. Also, dragons have ear structures, which are not found in reptiles. Reptiles only have a hole in the head that represents an ear, while dimetrodon was a part of the lineage which was the stem mammals, and they had the same bone that mammals have today that helps and represents the ear. Also, dragons have odd beak-like structures, which, if we look very closely, aren't actually beaks, as there is no keratin or bony covering, which might be the dimetrodon's weird curved mouth structure, just more adapted for a beak-like structure. Now, why do I say arboreality for this ancestor? Well, you see, arboreality is one of the major ways that flying animals evolve. Well, except for Archaeopteryx, as there is an ongoing hypothesis that Archaeopteryx didn't use gliding in order to evolve, instead hopping like a chicken in order to gain flight. Now, the other structures such as horns, longer tails, and binocular vision may just be adaptations by the dragons. However, there is one adaptation that I did not mention due to the fact that we have so little information on how the dragons do it, and that is how the dragons technically breathe fire. Now, since we do not have a lot of research or information on how they breathe fire, I cannot explain how maybe the dimetrodon evolved breathing fire. However, I might suggest that the dimetrodon used it as a way to scare off predators like the bombardier beetle. Now that we have the most possible ancestor to use for our analogy, we can finally begin with something I've been waiting to show you: the phylogenetic tree. My phylogenetic tree begins with our dimetrodon slowly diversifying it and gaining flight. However, it first branches off when the dragons evolve fire breath. The two clades are the ones who didn't evolve fire breath and the ones who did. However, losing fire breath happens multiple times, so keep that in note. We will begin with the dragons that evolved fire breath. Now, our phylogenetic tree branches off again when the ancestors of the Nightwings evolve. Being nocturnal, unlike most dragons, caused the evolution of black pigments in their cells. Our phylogenetic tree then breaks off again with the evolution of the Skywings, them evolving a hydrodynamic body and a reddish color, but also retaining the fire breath of the Nightwings. The skywings are part of a lineage which is related to the icewings and sandwings, which may have came from ancestors that specialized with the mountains, which were harsh environments, which allowed the sandwings and icewings to evolve into their respective environments. It seems likely that both the sandwings and icewings came from two separate subspecies from that mountain species, one of the subspecies being a desert, one being more specialized for the desert, and one being more specialized for polar environments. However, the only reason they are split is due to the fact that the icewings have a completely unique breath attack, which is ice breath. Now we will continue with the dragons who didn't evolve fire breath. This clade begins with a tropical species that diverges into three groups. One group being an oceanic species. And that oceanic species had another branch of a semi-aquatic species much earlier, thus resulting in the evolution of the mudwings and seawings. One species more specialized for the original tropical forests, which resulted in the rainwings. However, the rainwings had a neotenic species, which then evolved and changed into the leafwings. However, there was a lineage that split off from the tropical species that made the rainwings and the leafwings evolved, that had a genetic mutation which gave them 8 limbs, 2 wings, 2 legs. These dragons would specialize for grassland environments and would result in the evolution of the silkwings and the hive wings. And there you go, the entire Wings of Fire phylogenetic tree. Now, there are some things I did not mention, which I shall mention now, is why some species are more related to others. So, let's dive in. Mudwings and seawings are more related to the rest of the other species due to the fact that they both have breath retention when swimming. Most of the fire lineages are self-explanatory due to the fact that they all breathe fire, besides the icewings. Leafwings have the most probability of being a neotenic clade due to the fact that rainwings are actually, when they are born, they are actually a greenish color, so leafwings could possibly be a neotenic clade. The hive wings are related to the rainwings due to the fact that they can both spit venom through their teeth glands, and they both have a similar body structure. So thank you for watching this video. It was honestly a great video to work on, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, which will actually talk about my own official project, the Monstarium. I'll see you guys later.